Hey, this will be a video chart on ticker symbol LSTS. We will take a look at the daily time frame. Before I get started, I want to note to please check my IRP disclaimer. Here we are looking at the chart, and hopefully the first thing that really sticks out to you is the more recent price action, where you can see the price came down here 2 days in a row, both on the 12th and 13th, tested this 32-cent level, and then obviously both days, as you can see, held, and since then has been putting in higher highs and higher lows, and that's the name of the game. You want to see uptrends, and an uptrend can't happen unless those two things are occurring, and that's exactly what's been going on. So nice action the past basically 2 weeks, but even nicer action today. Made a significant move, and that I'll talk about here in a few minutes, but the chart's really been acting like you would want to see it after a bottom has been formed. So given the price action, it looks like 32 cents was indeed that bottom, and now it's working on the bounce, and hopefully that this bounce right now will turn into a reversal. So let's first talk about some support levels. The first level of support that I want to talk about is just simply right up here. This was actually a resistance going into today, but because the price closed above it, it has turned into a level of support, and this level is at 74 cents. So the newest support level for the chart is here at 74 cents. This is more of an ideal support level, meaning ideally you would like to see it hold, but if it doesn't, you still do have other support levels below you, so it's not like it's the end of the world if the price were to drop below this level, because like I said, there are other levels of support. And the one that sticks out in terms of another level is right here at, we'll call it 65 cents. Change this to green, and then I'll explain where that comes from. Make that line a little bit thicker because it is a little bit more important, but not the be all end all. But if we go back through the history, you can see that price bounce off that area right there, price bounce off it right there, 2 days in a row here, you get the point. And then when the price did actually drop below it, you can see right there it converted into a resistance. Price couldn't get back above it, and then it fell down more. So again, 65 cents is going to be the next area of support. And then kind of the more important one is going to be down here. Well, not kind of, it is the most important one, and we're going to call this right here at 47 cents. Now I know the price is all the way up at 80 cents, so you're thinking nobody wants to see it drop all the way down there, and I totally understand that, but let's just think about things from an overall chart perspective. Let's just say it does go down there. I'm not saying it will, but let's say it does, find support, and then heads back up. This set of lows would still be higher than this set, so when we get out our trend line drawer, we would still be able to draw an uptrend line for the overall chart. Now again, if you're a day trader or something like that, I totally understand you wouldn't want to see it down there, but this is just from the overall chart perspective. The price could technically still drop down to this area, and as long as it would find support and head back up, then we'd still be able to draw the overall uptrend line. So that's the point I want to make there. Obviously, if this line is violated and the price comes back down here, well, then there's no more uptrend lines, therefore there's no more uptrend. So that's just why I wanted to point that out, just to represent for you overall players that the chart could still technically be in an overall uptrend, even if it were to drop all the way back down into the 40s. Now for the fun stuff, let's talk about some resistance levels. And the one event that I was hinted at earlier in the video that I really like today revolves around this purple line here. This is the 50-day simple moving average, and it's literally been weeks since the price has been up around this area, let alone today. You can see broke above it. Still technically a level of resistance because we're looking at the daily chart and the price wasn't able to close above it. It's valued at 82 cents. You can see right here, closed at 81 cents. So yes, technically still a level of resistance, but it was a nice sign of strength that the price was actually able to not only get up to this level, which you can see in these three instances failed to even do that. So it not only got up to it, but it was also able to break through it. So that's a nice sign of strength. So very first level of resistance we have to take into account is still this at 82 cents, but given it closed at 81 cents, it shouldn't really be that much of a problem of breaking back above it again. The next level of resistance after that is going to be up here at the, we'll call it right around 88, 89 cent area. Change that to red and then talk about where that came from. But going back, looking through the price history, you can see multiple times here, knocked the price back down, and then even today, the high of today was at 87. So 87, 88, 89, right up in that area is going to be the resistance. And then after that, things really begin to spread out. The next level of resistance is not going to be up until over $1, and that just comes from, let's just map this out for red again. You can see here once again that previous highs right there acted as resistance, right there acted as a resistance. So this level is right up at the $1.07 mark. So again, after this 81 cents, after this 50-day, got some room to run, as the next level of technical resistance isn't until over a dollar at $1.07. Then you have the next level up here at the 200-day simple moving average at $1.22. But one step at a time. Let's first see if the price can start to separate itself from this moving average. And of course, if the price begins to close above this moving average, this will then convert into a level of support. So that's something else that you want to keep in mind. And then finally, just wanted to end. Nice volume day here. Biggest volume day it's had in a while. When I say volume, biggest volume, I mean dollar volume wise. Yes, here it did probably a little bit more shares, but shares were trading for less amount than were they here. So nice to see dollar volume have its biggest in weeks. So next week should be pretty interesting and worth definitely getting on your watch list and trading radars. If you have any other questions on the chart, please let me know. If not, thanks for listening.